What's up, Mob Crew? I'm Chris, and today's video is 5 more interesting things you may not know about the Idaho student case, including law enforcement being stationed just yards away from Kohberger's residence during and after the homicides. Also, why does he have a strict vegan diet? And what is the significance of the Amazon Fire Stick? We'll go over that and more in today's video. Also, today's missing person case is Haley Cummings, missing out of Muncie, Indiana. She will be featured at the end of my video, so please stay until the end for that. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, where we cover murder, mystery to the paranormal. Today we're going over another 5 interesting things you may not know about the Idaho student case. Number 1. The hit and run. At approximately 11:30 on November 12th, just hours before Bryan Kohberger would allegedly set off to commit his heinous crime, there was a terrible hit and run that happened at the Grove Apartments that are literally right across the street from the Kohberger residence at the Steptoe Apartments. Luckily, during this hit and run, no one was killed, but 2 people were severely injured, and this caused a serious investigation that lasted all through the night into the next day, meaning law enforcement was stationed outside the entire time processing the scene close to the Kohberger Apartments. Meanwhile, Bryan Kohberger had left and came back, a killer who just allegedly took 4 lives, and the entire time law enforcement was nearly yards from his residence. Number 2, Johnson, Idaho, or Washington. So with the updated PCA that came out with the search warrant, we now know he traveled to Johnson, Washington, which is a place he passed at least 2 times after committing this heinous crime. His last phone pings at 5:36 p.m. and turns off. He did not lose signal. As we see here, a reporter visited this town. She said she had no problem with her service, and there's also a cell tower in Johnson. But what's interesting, on November 13th, the sun sets at approximately 4:18 p.m. So that means Kohberger shuts off his phone in the dark in a town with no stores for approximately 3 hours. Speculation would suggest he was trying to get rid of evidence. Over a decade ago, 2 students took the life of another student in Idaho, and afterwards they got rid of the evidence by burning and burying it in a remote area which was similar to Johnson, Washington. Luckily, one of them confessed and showed the detectives where it was located. If they didn't show law enforcement where it was, they may have never found those crucial pieces of evidence located in such a rural area. Number 3, van shoes popularity. So one of the pieces of evidence found at the scene was a diamond patterned shoe print consistent with a van shoe's sole, although hopefully they have a full print, and since Bryan Kohberger is 6 feet tall, he will likely have a bigger shoe size. Vans are a very popular pair of shoes, and as a matter of fact, we can see at least one of the surviving roommates wearing a pair as they open the door. While we see in 2 different shots, it looks like Xana also preferred the Chuck style type shoe, as she is seen wearing Vans and Converse. And here we have a boyfriend of one of the victims as well, seen wearing a pair of Vans as well. Number 4, visual snow and the vegan diet. We learned in a little post by Bryan Kohberger a long time ago that he had posted he had suffered from what is called VS, stands for visual snow. Visual snow syndrome consists of the perception of snow, namely dots, pixelated fuzz, bubbles, or static in your vision. This can also lead to migraines and other symptoms as well. One way to apparently reverse or remedy this disorder is by a vegan diet. This would explain his strict vegan diet to combat and reverse his visual snow. This is something I learned the other day and had no idea that switching to a vegan diet can also even help with just migraines and other ailments. Number 5. The Amazon Fire Stick. So I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, what significance would an Amazon Fire Stick have in a homicide case? Well, an Amazon Fire Sticks are not only used for watching apps like Netflix and others like it, but they can also be jailbroken as well, allowing you to access all kinds of things on the internet, obtain unapproved apps, and even store things on it as well, like photos and videos. If Bryan Kohberger is tech savvy, he could have used this to research and store incriminating content that authorities could then hopefully retrieve if the data has not been wiped or damaged in any way. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please smash that like button. Please consider supporting this channel by becoming a member. Today's missing person case is Haley Cummings, missing from Muncie, Indiana. She is just 17 years old, went missing on August 9th of last year. Please take a close look. Please take care of yourself and be sure to tell someone you love them, and I love you all. Thank you.